I'm going to show you how to use Prioritization Helper. The first thing to note is there's three ways to use Prioritization Helper: pairwise comparisons, matrix scoring, and value scoring. Right now, I'm going to be going over matrix scoring. This is used for prioritizing records of any Salesforce object, even custom objects. It's perfect for lead scoring, letting IT know which bugs to tackle first, or prioritizing customer service cases. Matrix scoring has similar use cases as value scoring, but the method is a little different. Let's go ahead and create a new matrix. First, select the object you want to prioritize. These dropdowns will show all the available values, even custom created ones. We'll go ahead and choose cases to help organize IT requests. Then select two pick list fields to use as the matrix rows and columns. The rows are the alternatives, which will be weighed against the columns, which are the criteria. It's important to determine which field is set as the criteria, as they have associated weights. The chosen criteria does not have to fit into the common meaning of a criteria. Any field can be a criteria as long as it may weigh differently over time. For example, when prioritizing cases, the alternative could be impact to customers, and the criteria can be the case type. After the fields are selected, the matrix will be generated below, and the field values will become the matrix's rows and columns. On the top row, rate the different criteria by importance. This number will ultimately be multiplied against each cell underneath it to get a final score. You can reuse numbers if multiple criteria carry the same weight, and you can use decimals, such as 0.5. Make sure to give the most important criterion the highest score. Assign ratings in the individual cells for each criterion, in this case type, against each alternative, the impact to customers. The same rules apply. You can reuse numbers and use decimals. Consider all of the alternatives under a single criterion and give the alternative that is most preferred the highest score. At the moment, IT cases with an incident that highly impacts customers will be assigned a higher score, while product customizations with no impact to customers will have the lowest score. However, as time passes, if developers feel product development should be given more attention, the priority can be easily adjusted by changing the weights of the products. In our matrix, when the field values on a record are incident and high, then the final score will be 75, as it's 5 times 15. Save your matrix and then move on to the Range Labels tab. Press the New Condition button to define labels for the scores. This section is optional. Numbers without context are meaningless. A priority field displaying a number 50 on a case record could mean anything. Is that based on a score out of 100 or 1000? You can define a range of labels where the field should show text or an image instead. For example, if a record is 0, display on hold. Or if the score is between 1 and 15, then show low priority. On the final tab, enter a field name for the prioritization results and create the field. The field will be automatically added to the page layout and become visible to all users. You can further configure that or other details of the field by clicking on the link to the field definition page. It's important to note that changing the matrix or labels does not automatically change the formula. To write any changes, please navigate to the last tab where the field was created and press Update Formula. Matrix scoring is great for teams as it provides a more straightforward visual input than coding, which makes it easier for any team member to create. It's also easier to change in the future, rather than having to change the code itself. Plus, priority scores are always up to date with zero delays, can be used in reports, and does not require database updates. Now IT is on the same page about what product changes need to happen first.